So I made a previous video on why do people fear being alone. So I saw an interesting comment by Felix Favor. It says, cause most people run from yourself. Being alone forces you to reflect on where you are and where you're going. It's a really long comment, but everything was actually like it was filled with a lot of wisdom and insight. And that's true. A lot of people fear being alone or are afraid to be alone because they don't want to reflect. Their thoughts haunt them so much that they don't want to be in their own thoughts. They prefer being around people, having conversation with people, or going out, seeing people, having fun with friends because they're afraid of what their thoughts bring. But do you know that if you're afraid of your own thoughts, you don't have control of your own self? You might be smiling and living and breathing and having fun outside, but if you cannot control what you think, how you think, and what you're thinking about, then should you even call yourself human? I feel like meditation should be part of everybody's everyday life. It should be something you do. It doesn't need to be kind of meditation. It could be a 5-minute reflection on yourself, on your day. What did I do today? How was my day? What did I achieve? What could I have done better? That is what makes you human, and that is what makes you improve. If you cannot be in your thoughts, if you cannot be in your own head, if you cannot be in your own space, how would you improve? How would you know areas in your life that you're lacking that you need to improve? So if you're in the category of being afraid of your own thoughts, or you cannot reflect on your own self, I think you should draw back. It might be difficult, it might take a lot of time, but you will get there. You just need to ask yourself simple questions every day. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes. Ask yourself, how was my day? As simple as that. Be honest. How's my day? You don't even need to talk. You just need to reflect. Think about it in your head, like, how was my day? In my head. And then you need to ask yourself some certain question. What did I do differently? Or what could I have done differently? Because you need to understand yourself before you actually have a connection with others. If you want to have a good connection with your community or with somebody, you need to understand who you really are. This is Real Talk with Ifnaya. I hope this message inspires you today. Do well to comment. I would like to know what you think. Like, follow, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.